हेलो एवरीबॉडी, आई एम मुस्कान मूलचंदानी। वेलकम टू क्रिएटिव एज। जो आप आगे वीडियो देखने वाले हैं दैट इज बीइंग शॉट बाय द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ क्रिएटिव एज। ऑल्दो इट इज़ एन एजुकेशनल वीडियो एंड हम लोगों ने इसकी क्लास भी कंडक्ट कराई हुई है, पर कोशिश ये करी है कि हम एक होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट की तरफ स्टूडेंट्स को ले जाएं और उस हिसाब से हम लोगों ने उनकी खुद को, उनकी प्रतिभा जो निखारने की कोशिश की है, उनकी पर्सनालिटी को ग्रूम करने की कोशिश की है। एंड दैट इज़ वाई वी हैव ट्राइड एंड अटेम्प्टेड टू शूट दिस वीडियो। प्लीज़ shower us with a lot of love. The students have really worked hard to make this video.
The Chola dynasty was a powerful and influential dynasty in southern India, ruling from 9th to 13th centuries. They are known for their remarkable contribution in art, administration, and architecture. The Cholas built impressive temples like the Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur, which showcases the advanced architectural skills and devotion to Hinduism. The Chola kings such as Raja Chola I and his son Rajendra Chola I were great patrons of arts and literature. They encouraged the development of Tamil literature and the construction of monumental sculptures and bronzes. They also had a strong navy which helped them control their trade routes and expand their influence to Southeast Asia, including parts of present-day Sri Lanka, Indonesia and Malaysia. Overall, the Chola dynasty left their lasting legacy that influenced the southern Indian culture, administration for centuries. Their achievements in administration, architecture, trade, and cultures are still celebrated today. The Chola period is often regarded as a high point in the history of South India, reflecting their prosperity, strength, and cultural richness. Thank you.
Today I will talk about Chera dynasty. Chera dynasty was a Sangha-based Tamil dynasty which was unified in various regions of Western Ghat in the southern India. You can find Chera dynasty in India today in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Congo region of India. We will talk about important points about Chera dynasty. Chera dynasty was established in 200. The Chera dynasty was rich in profit and maritime trade via the extension Indian Ocean networks.
Hello, my name is Tanmay Bhadvia and today my topic is Gurjara Pratihara dynasty. So, the Gurjara Pratihara dynasty, also called as the Gurjara Pratiharas, the Pratiharas of Kannauj and the Imperial Pratiharas, was a medieval Indian dynasty which ruled the parts of northern India starting from Ujjain and later at Kannauj. And now we talk about the history. The Pratiharas dynasty was mainly associated with the Gurjar tribes and later in the 6th century and the present day in Gujarat, Rajasthan. And there are some notable architectures from Gurjara Pratiharas eras, including architecture structured and carved panel, in which one of the most notable architectural style was Khajuraho. Now here are some list of Imperial Gurjara Pratihara dynasty rulers, in which one of the most greatest was Mihir Bhoj. Now finally coming to the declination, the Pratihara dynasty started to decline in the 10th century due to the internal conflicts and the external invasions, and which caused them to get fragmented into smaller states. Thank you.
Hello, myself Prem and my topic is Haryanka dynasty. Haryanka dynasty was first ruling dynasty of Magad, an empire of ancient India. Initially, the capital was Rajgira. Later, it was shifted to Patliputra, near present-day Patna. Here are list of some rulers of Haryanka dynasty. Bimsara. Bimsara is considered as the first ruler of Haryanka dynasty. Governance. The governance structure of Haryanka dynasty is mentioned in ancient text. They are mentioned grammars, village headman, and high-ranking official. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Mansi Paliwal. So today I am talking about Indo-Scythian dynasty. The Indo-Scythians are also known as Indo-Sakas, were a group of nomadic people of Iranic Scythians who migrate from Central Asia southwards into the northern West Indian subcontinent. The present-day South Asia regions of Afghanistan, Pakistan, Eastern Iran and Northern India. The migration preceded from the middle of the 2nd century BCE to the 4th century CE. Now talk about Indo-Scythians kingdom. Their capital was Ujjain, Taxila, Mathura, and their common languages are Sanskrit, Saka, Greek, Pali and Prakrit. Their region is Hinduism, Scythian religion, ancient Greek religion, Buddhism and Zoroastrianism. Now see their origin. This is the sculpted head of a Saka warrior who is the enemy of the Yuzi. And now see their kingdom. The first Saka king was Mus Moga, 1st century BCE, who established Saka power in Gandhara, the Indus Valley and other regions. Ancient Roman historians including Arrian and Claudius Ptolemy have mentioned that the Sakai were nomadic people. These are the sculptures of Sakas. First one is silver coin of Vijaymitran, and second is a coin of Western Satrap, and third one is coin of Indo-Scythian King Aziz, and this is the bronze coin of King Aziz. This is the sculpture of king of Sakas. The name of king is Mos, and this is the coin of Mos depicting Balrama, and this is the coin of Rajavula Mathura, and this Mathura lion capital, and this is the Bhimran cascade. Thank you.
Good afternoon, myself Kushi Gupta and my today's topic is Kushan Dynasty. Kushan Dynasty, century 30 to century 375 AD. It is spread to encompass much of what is now Afghanistan, Varanasi, Pakistan, and where inscriptions have been found dating to a base in the Kanishkas the Great. And there are the Kushan Empire list heroes 1 to 30 CE Kujar. Now Kushan art. The Kushan art and the culture of Gandhara are the crosses of the Kushal hegemony developed to the traditions of Greco-Buddhist, and the based on experience of Kushan influenced the Western. Several direct dispatch of the Kushans are known from the Gandhara, where they represent with the tunic, belt and trousers and play the role of devote to the Buddhist, as well as the Buddhistava and the future Buddha Maitreya. In the Kushan monetary system, the Kushan use gold ingot as a part of the monetary system.
Hello, myself Amit Patidar and I am from Droppersfan. So I will talk about Nanda dynasty. So Nanda dynasty ruled parts of northern India around 345 to 321 BC. They succeeded the Shishunag dynasty and were known for their administrative and military skills. Talking about their religion, the Nanda Empire's population included adherents of Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. And the founder of Nanda dynasty was Mahapadmananda, considered the first ruler, expanded the kingdom significantly. And they were extremely wealthy, amassed through heavy taxation and efficient resource management. And they had a very strong army, reportedly with 2 lakh infantry and 20,000 cavalry, and 2,000 war chariots and 3,000 war elephants. And here are some coins found from Nanda dynasty period.
Hello everyone, I am Parnita Singh and today I am going to talk about Pallava dynasty. Pallava dynasty is a South Indian dynasty which was founded by Simba Vishnu. And Pallava dynasty existed between 275 CE to 897 CE. And the capital of Pallava dynasty was Kanchipuram. Then we are going to talk about, if we are going to talk about Pallava dynasty, we have to talk about their beautiful architecture, buildings and structures. And one of them has to be Kailash Nath temple. Kailash Nath temple is located in Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. And it was dedicated to Lord Shiv, and it is one of the oldest temple located in Kanchipuram. These are some images of the structures of Kailash Nath temples. Then the next beautiful temple was Shore temple, which is located in Mahabalipuram, which is also in Tamil Nadu. And it is a rock cut type of architecture and freestyle too. And there are some it was dedicated to Lord Shiv and Lord Vishnu, and it is the structure of that temple. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Nana Kashiwal and today I will be talking about Pandyan Empire. Pandyan Empire is one of the oldest empires in the world. They were the longest ruling empire in the history. They started their rule from 4th century BCE and they ended their rule in 14th century CE. They were also known as one of the strongest empires among the 4 other great empires in the southern part. So, who founded the Pandyan kingdom? The Pandyan kingdom was founded by the Nedunjaya I, but it is believed that the Pandyan Empire was founded by one of the 3 legendary brothers, Tamil brothers. Economy. So, the Pandyan Empire was established in the most southern part of the southern Asia. So, establishing connections with countries like Gulf of Mannar, Iran, current country Iran, and Roman Empire. So, they played a vital role in export and import of the whole country. So, they were famous for the export of pearls. They also exported so many other items like precious stones, gold, silver, etc. Pearls were also very popular in the northern part of our country, India. Architecture. The Pandyan dynasty had their own unique style of architecture. Their style was inspired by the Cholas dynasty. So the architecture style had their own unique feature. Their style used to depict their power and the wealth that the kingdoms hold during that time. So, the Pandyan Empire ended. After the death of King Maharavaram, their son Veera and Sudara fought for the succession. But it is believed that the son Sundara took the help of Delhi Sultanate to get the succession of that empire. But according to Amir Khusro's accounts, it is believed that the Malik Kafur, the chief of Delhi Sultanate, invaded these both brothers' territories. Thank you.
The Satavahana dynasty was an ancient Indian ruling family that controlled the southern and central India. The dynasty was founded by Seljukas and later strengthened by the rulers like Gautami Putra Satikarna, and the Satavahanas also promoted trade and culture and also established strong trade links with the regions like China and Rome, and their rule saw growth of cities and also spread of Buddhism. They were also well known for their effective administration and coinage, which facilitated their trade. And they also encouraged art and architecture, and many important Indian texts were written during that time. But although the empire eventually declined due to the internal conflicts and external invasions, but the Satavahanas had a significant impact on the Indian history and culture. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Harshita Malla and my topic is Sunga dynasty. The Sunga dynasty was established. The Sunga dynasty was the fifth ruling dynasty of Magad and controlled the most of the northern part of northern Indian subcontinent from around 187 to 73 BCE. The dynasty was established by Pushyamitra after taking the throne of Magad from the Mauryas. The Sunga Empire capital was Patliputra. Pushyamitra ruled for 36 years and was succeeded by his son Agnimitra. There were 10 Sunga rulers. The dynasty is noted for its numerous wars with both foreign and indigenous power. They fought with Kalinga, Satavahanas dynasty, the Indo-Greek kingdoms, and possibly the Panchas and Mitras of Mathura. Art, education, philosophy, and other forms of learning flowered during this period, including small terracotta images, larger stones of sculptures, and architectural monuments such as the stupa at Barhat and the renowned Great Stupa at Sachi. The last Sunga emperor was Devabhuti. The Sunga dynasty was replaced by Kanvas. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dikshant Dupare and I'll be talking about the Mauryan dynasty. The Maurya Empire was established in the Magad region under the leadership of Chandragupta Maurya and his mentor Chanakya. Both Chandragupta Maurya and Chanakya have played key roles in establishing the Maurya Empire that we learn about today. Requiring an army, Chandragupta recruited and annexed local military republics such as the Yodhayas that had resisted Alexander the Great's empire. Several Hindu texts claim Magad was ruled by the Nanda dynasty, which with Chanakya's counsel was conquered by Chandragupta Maurya. With the defeat of Dhanananda, Chandragupta Maurya established the Maurya Empire. So this is how the Maurya Empire came to be. If we talk about the architectural remains, the greatest monument of the Maurya Empire was the old palace of Patliputra, which is located in modern Kumrar in Patna. If you see this image here, these are the remains of old Patliputra in Kumrar. Talking about the characteristics of architecture of Mauryan Empire, during the Ashokan period, stonework was of highly diversified order and comprised lofty freestanding pillars, railings of stupas which can be seen here, lion thrones which can be seen in the national emblem of India, and colossal figures like elephants and bulls. Ashok was responsible for the construction of several stupas, which is because later on in his life, Ashok adopted Buddhism as a religion. These stupas can be seen at Sachi, Bodh Gaya, Bharhut, and possibly Amravati Stup. This is an image of Sachi Stup, which is a very famous Maurya Empire heritage site in India. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rudrash and today I am talking about Chalukya dynasty. Chalukya dynasty was established by Pulkeshin I in 543. Pulkeshin I took Vatapi under his control in 543 and made it his capital. Chalukya dynasty was ruled over the years of 543 to 753. This is the Chalukya dynasty empire, which is under the years of 636 to 740, which is the greatest extent of Chalukya dynasty. And the capital of Chalukya dynasty was Badami, and the common languages of Chalukya dynasty was Kannada and Sanskrit. The main religions of Chalukya dynasty was Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism. The main rulers of Chalukya dynasties are Pulkeshin I and Kirtivarman II, which is who ruled over the 543 to 586. And the second, Kirtivarman II, ruled 746 to 753. And this is the main temple made by Chalukya dynasty, Shiv Bhutnath Guri temple. Now we talk about Chalukya dynasty architecture. Different style of temple architecture by Chalukya dynasties are Nagara, Dravida and Vesara. These are the Hindu temple architecture by Chalukyas. Now we talk about Chalukya dynasty sculpture. These are some Chalukya dynasty sculpture works like idol divine of husband and wife Shiva and Parvati with their guns. Thank you.
Hello, today's topic is Kanva dynasty. So Kanva dynasty was established by Kanvayan. It was also known as Kanvayan. It was established by Vasudeva Kanva, 18th running dynasty of Mugdha. After Vasudeva Kanva, all through preceding the Shunga emperor of the dynasty. The Vasudeva Kanva was Brahmins and it was situated in eastern of the India. Vasudeva Kanva was entirely the emperor of Shunga dynasty. Shunga dynasty by emperor of Devbhuti. He was assigned for many more another taxes. So the major rules of dynasty phases were Vasudeva Kanva, Bhumimitra, Narayana and Shoshamani. Thank you.
Well, क्या आप लोगों को मज़ा आया इस तरीके का वीडियो देखकर? खैर हमें तो बहुत मज़ा आया जब हमने ये वीडियो बनाया. I hope that साथ साथ में it was also an educational learning for each and every one of you. Thank you for being patient with us.